Oh, we're back on the sour bandwagon?
I never got off the sour bandwagon, but we're going to try another one.
We are going to try another one from a brewery that, full disclosure, we have both had before. I'd kind of forgotten that we had
this beer, actually.
That we have actually had this beer, but not that it wasn't memorable. I kind of remember us having it, but I wasn't sure, and so I picked it up anyway because sour beers can be difficult to find. So when you do find one, you grab it with both hands.
That's right. Hold on tight.
Don't let go. So that's what we've got for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage we're about today is from, I'm going to hopefully I pronounce this right, Stroobs?
I think so.
Stroobs,
yeah.
Or Brouwerij Stroobs from Belgium.
That's right.
And it is a Grand Cru Flemish Red Ale, 6.5% alcohol. Paid $4.49
yes.
for an 11.2 ounce bottle. So
yeah,
yes, we have
about the normal
before,
price you'd expect for sour
and actually
beer.
on the more cost effective side, actually.
I guess, yeah.
The Duché is not, the Odd Bruin was not, the Gooses are more expensive. So
really,
yeah,
even the Odd Bruin's more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The Duché, like I know, wasn't, but that's probably one of our favorites. So that's
the Duché,
that's
delicious.
It was delicious. I like that. Nice. But yeah, now I'm having trouble. Like I said, we will have links to their website at AboutBeverages.com. I could not find an exact information about that beer on their site. Like I said, some of it's in English. You can also go, or I should say it's in German. You can translate it back to English. And I know that I read when I purchased it at the store that it mentioned about part of this beer has been aged for 5 years in wood barrels perhaps. And then it's also then blended with a younger, aging, probably at least of a year of something else. And I wish I could remember what the balance was. I don't think they mentioned it, and I'm having trouble finding it. But if I do find it, it will be at the website at AboutBeverages.com. Or if you know anything more about this beer, we'd love to know because sours are probably one of our favorite things right now. So definitely give us a comment or send us an email about that.
Because if this was a straight 5-year age, this probably would have been $500.
It would have been. And I would not have opened it right now, nor bought it initially.
And we've graduated to a more official type glass for this particular type of beer.
I did. You and I you purchased some as well, right?
I did.
We actually both purchased some tulip glasses, which are the proper vessel for a beer of this style.
We may have to. I may have to save a little sip of this for Kristen and see what she thinks.
Well, we should. We probably should actually redo the entire sour beer podcast again with these glasses because this would be much better. We have to try and have Eric purchase all those beers again.
Yeah, may have to do that.
Kind of apple cider looking, or it's that cloudy, kind of off brown color.
But definitely, darker than most ciders that I'm used to seeing.
I was thinking like if you have a natural apple cider, it's kind of got that cloudy look to it, and it's got that darker. Color.
Yeah.
Pumpkin?
No.
Burdock. Yeah.
I get some fruit and a little bit of fruit in there.
A little bit.
A little bit of funk actually. A
little bit of that, which I think leads into. I think there's like a malt vinegar note to that.
A little bit that's there. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a red wine vinegar, malt vinegar kind of aroma to it. More toward that, which can have a little funk to it, and there is a little bit of fruit.
There's almost a little bit of mineral or metallic in there too that I get, just a little bit, like that gold foil sometimes that we talk about, that kind of thing.
And there is just kind of a general like malty beer aroma as well, which is kind of coming through at the very end. You know what I mean,
it's definitely lower down on there, but
as the base kind of at the very end, but. It's not as fruity as I would normally like it to be, but
at least in the aroma. Yeah.
At least in the aroma,
We'll
but we have to go to the taste now. That's pretty good.
It's that nice sour there.
Yeah, nice sour
kinda
there.
Comes back along the side of the tongue for me.
It comes back kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm getting a little more like sweetness out of it.
Almost like rose petal or something like that.
Sure.
There's a little bit of something in there as well.
It's just kind of very light, effervescent. The finish is kind of clean but sharp because of the sour that's in there.
Yep.
That malt vinegar note kind of does come through, but it's not overpowering. It's blended nicely with the other, grains and malts that are in there. That's nice. I like that.
I do too. That's what I remembered from when we did have this before. Like, so we didn't analyze it like this, but I remembered liking it. I thought, well, that was a good one, and it was better than the Petrus, because we weren't really big fans of the Petrus.
No.
Odd Bruin, and this was more along the lines of the, not quite maybe as sour and flavorful as the Duché, but sort of but definitely a more. Well, but not that super, not a ton more accessible dollar-wise, but definitely more accessible.
The Duché has more of a pronounced, like, real fruit in there, like raspberry, strawberry, like we talked about, whereas this is more toward the balance of a beer and, vinegar kind of note to it. But that's really nice. I like how it finishes. Mm-hmm. I really like that. This would definitely go well with some, different assorted cheeses and things like that, which would be nice. If we get some creamier cheeses, that sharpness that kind of cut through there.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that sweet note that's in there.
Yeah, no, I do too. That's
and it almost is like maybe a pear or something. I'm trying to think of what that. There is a fruit in there. Like it's not like a bright fruit. It's more of a little more. It could be almost apple. There's something in there that fruit reminds me of.
Yeah, I can't quite.
Something blended into that vinegar note that it's almost like an apple cider vinegar or something like that. Like where it's.
Yeah, that could be
that right amount of sweet or something.
First, I was say raspberry. No, I was going to say cherry. No, it's not plum. I don't know. That's hard to. But yeah, there is definitely a nice.
Maybe cranberry. Fruit. Is there like a little cranberry kind of going on in there?
Could be a little. Kind of makes your tongue pucker a little bit.
Yeah, the tart with that. So maybe there's a little cranberry in there, but
mild though, because there's also balanced out by the sweet.
Yeah,
well.
I like that. It's not my favorite sour, but I think it's very good. And like I said, it is. "Quote unquote" cost effective.
Your favorite sour is the Duché, right?
I think so.
Do you like it better than the the monks?
Well, let's back off one notch.
Okay,
I like the Duché quite a bit. My favorite sour is probably the Consecration.
Oh well, okay.
I didn't know how far we want to go with this conversation.
Right. Yeah.
The Consecration by Russian River Brewing is probably my favorite, just because that is so awesome. And then
beers that we can actually buy in Arizona.
No, I'm just kidding. The Duché, exactly. Of those, then that's true. Like I said, but then the Duché,
but even the Consecration is a limited release. It's not a year-round.
No, it's not.
Thing. Even if we lived where it could be purchased, which we don't, we would not be able to get it. Year-round.
So. And I like the La Folie as well.
Yeah, that was really good too.
That was really good. More of the tart sour. Yeah. So I like that one. But this one fits right in there. Like I said, I probably like the Duché a little bit more, but. Yeah, things we can get here, I would probably, this would be on the list. I like that one.
So we'll tell Mick we'll be over to buy a couple of these.
Right, a couple. Yeah, I would buy a couple of these. Not a case.
Not a case.
But a couple of them, for sure. But no, that's actually really nice.
I agree.
And hopefully you will agree to come on over to the website at AboutBeverages.com. Come on over. Peter Piper Pizza?
Yeah.
To the website at AboutBeverages.com, where you can find our tasting notes for this Flemish Red Ale from Stroob, Brouwery Stroob, and find out where it hits on our recommendation scale. And while you're there, definitely become a fan of us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, come say hi to us on Untapped, which is another app that we like to use. And what else?
Send us an email.
Send us an email. The drink database is always up with not only the things... When we can, we try and get the podcast stuff in there, but it is always usually the things that we're having throughout the week that maybe we don't get to taste. We try and throw those up in there. So if you're out and about, you can kind of at least get a little bit more of a personal experience about what things are tasting like. And that's it. Always new things coming to the site. We're slowly going to be working on some other stuff. We're going to try and bring the quotes back.
The quotes?
I know.
Maybe a top 10 list?
The libation quotations, the top 10, top 5 kind of list. Maybe our things that we're drinking, or maybe the styles. We're not sure. We're still kind of hashing that out. But any comments, suggestions, always send us an email or post a comment on YouTube or our website. But whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.